Hi there. Um, fuck. I already feel like I started this video wrong, but I'm gonna keep going with it. I wanted to talk about everything that's been going on with uh the Charlie Kirk incident. We're gonna say incident, or assassination. I want to talk about that for a second. Um, you have these people on the right trying to frame it as, oh, he was an extreme leftist. But everything that's been coming to light slowly over time, he was raised in an overly conservative family, gun-toting conservative family, taught to use a rifle, so on and so forth, that kind of family. Pretty much the family I was raised in, more or less. But what happened, and this is from what I've seen, this is from what I've read, a lot of stuff from oh God, not Discord. Why am I trying to say Discord? Not Discord. Oh God, Reddit. So a lot of what was said over on Reddit, a lot of stuff he shared, a lot of things over time. It seems to me he wasn't radicalized. Nobody radicalizes you. The left doesn't do what Christians do on the right. They don't come in and force their shit on people. They don't indoctrinate you. In fact, I would say that people on the left do what the people on the right, as far as Christianity goes, should be doing, which is to let people come to you of their own will. Charlie Kirk's assassinator, um, Charlie Kirk's assassinator, his family was extremely far right. And what seemed to have happened over time is he slowly, and this is never a good combination, he slowly over time started to drift a little bit more to the left. He was very much on the right. His whole family was, and when you're a family, you're in a family, and you're raised around guns and whatnot. You're raised around these sorts of things. What I feel like ends up happening is when you start to drift towards the other side, you carry some things with you, and then you end up doing something horrendous, which is what happened with Charlie Kirk. Over time he just started to hate Charlie Kirk. A lot of people are trying to say this has something to do with Netanyahu and all this other crap. I I don't think so. I think this guy of his own free will just drifted from the right more to the left, started seeing somebody, and there's more and more proof of this. And I think he became incredibly confused and then decided to just off Charlie Kirk. Um I'm not a fan of Charlie Kirk. I never really talked about him on my channel. I never brought him up, but I think I may have reacted to him on a stream. He is an a-hole. He is an a-hole, but he didn't need to be shot and killed. And I think the problem is when you grow up in a conservative family and then you start drifting more to the left and you carry some of that gun-toting sort of ideology with you into the left, you then end up doing crazy shit. And I feel like that's what happened. This was not an assassination that Netanyahu and Israel set up or anything. They had nothing. I don't think they had a damn thing to do with this. This is an individual who basically over time decided, you know what? I hate Charlie Kirk. He's an asshole. I'm tired of him, and I'm gonna drive so many miles and go off him. There was nothing more to it than that. He was not radicalized. That's what I was trying to say a while ago. He wasn't radicalized. We don't radicalize people. That would be the right. The right will literally stick you in clinics. They will stick you in hospitals or camps or bullshit like that to try and get you converted. They try to fix you. They try to heal you and bullshit of that nature. All right. So this whole idea, right, that he was just radicalized and then went over and killed people. No, I think he seriously grew up in the wrong family, and started to drift more to the left. And when that happened, he did something he shouldn't have done. And I don't think he knew how to handle it. He had no one there to tell him how to handle stuff. He was chronically online, from what I could tell. He spent a lot of time on the internet. Holy shit. And I'm infuriated with people on the right trying to say, "Oh, they're the liberals own this, the Democrats own this, and it's theirs. We need to go after that." You didn't see anybody on the left doing that same bullshit. And I don't know why I'm sitting here trying to talk with this way over here. How the hell is anybody hearing me worth a damn? But yeah, no, you don't. This whole notion that we need to just go after people. Where were these same people? Where were people when we've had Democrats get shot? We've had political figures who were on the left get shot, and they didn't fucking care. That's because the right is seriously fucked up. They want a war with the rest of us. They want one. They want it so bad. They want a reason. They want to be told that they can and that they are allowed by law to just start shooting the rest of us. That is what goes through these people's minds. That's what's going on. They want us all to die. They want to be able to walk up and just put a bullet in you because they don't like your ideologies or because they don't like that you're gay or trans. They want to kill these people. That's all. They're looking for an excuse. When they talk about civil war, they just want to kill who they disagree with. These are horrible people. I'm not saying that everyone on the right is like this, but there is a lot of them like this. You've seen them all. Let me lift this up a bit. You've seen this all over Twitter when this whole thing went down. We saw it all on Twitter. There were tons of people, and they're still on Twitter right now. It's insanity to me. These people are fucking crazy. You heard me. If you're one of these people who wants civil war, quote unquote, and it's time to fight, I got my gun, I got my pistol, you are mentally disturbed. You are a fucked up individual, and you should be ashamed. You need the clinical help, not the rest of us. You need it, all right? You extremists on the right need clinical help. You need mental help. You need to learn something that I learned a long time ago. Live and let live. What a person does in their bedroom is not something for you to lose sleep over. It's none of your fucking business. What goes on in that bedroom, what goes on in their private lives, is none of your fucking business. It's not something you need to lose sleep over. And it's not something for you to feel like you need to kill people about. Why are you like this? You know what? This goes completely against the teachings of Jesus. Like, actual Christians who know better would say, you are not a Christian. You are fucked up in the head. You are a hate-filled piece of shit. You are. And you should be ashamed of yourselves. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm tired of holding back when it comes to politics. I'm tired of this. I'm not too far on the left. Like, I don't believe, and I've said this on streams, I don't feel that we should just let people walk in. Open borders are a terrible idea. We have enemies, all right, from other countries. You don't want just people just walking in unvetted. That's a bad idea. That's a bad precedence to set. Do you get me now? Is it making sense to a lot of you now? Do you understand? Are you understanding me? All right? Do you get it? Do you get it? This is horrible. Charlie Kirk didn't need to be shot. The guy that did this, there was something going wrong up here, and he didn't get the help he needed. Like, I just feel like it. Usually, you know what that saying? There's a saying. It's always the quiet ones. It's always the quiet ones. We see this saying often. It's always the quiet ones. It is. The ones who you don't see it coming. You don't see that they're going to do this. You don't see it happening, and then they do it. Mental health is important. I know this firsthand. You know, I live in a shithole of a neighborhood. I'm getting tired of part of me wishes more decent people would move here. Because the more decent people move here where I live, the more we can have something put into place to prevent these assholes from acting like shit where I live. And I really wish we could do something about it. But that's not the point I'm trying to get at with that is I'm in Texas and I am in a very conservative area, you know, and I'm pretty sure a lot of these people would want me dead if they knew everything about me. people out here don't like me as it is, you know. And the only violent thing that I've ever done is slammed a golf club into a door. And I wasn't trying to actually hit somebody. I was just hitting. I was trying to scare. I was trying to frighten. I was trying to get people to just go the fuck away. Give me my peace. I just want peace. You ever see that? Men want peace. All right. That is, and that goes for a lot of people. I just want peace. And these people won't give me peace. And it starts to, after a while, because of my mental problems, it starts to feel like they're intentionally doing this shit. So I think I'm a good advocate for mental health after what I've been through and why mental health is important. So this guy had something going on. Anytime somebody does something like this, extreme, somebody wasn't paying enough attention. Somebody wasn't sitting down and having the right conversations with this guy. It could have been prevented. But I don't think he went out there, you know, I don't think he was paid to assassinate them. I don't think Israel had a fucking thing to do with it. I don't believe in conspiracy bullshit. All right. That's why I don't call it an assassination. All right. It wasn't an assassination. It was somebody who wasn't right in the head, decided he didn't like Charlie Kirk, decided to travel there and just off him. Again, I didn't like Charlie Kirk. I didn't agree with a lot of his crap, but he didn't need to be offed like that. We didn't need to take, that didn't need to happen to him. There are kids without a father now, and a fickle woman only worried about the money who probably never actually loved him, doing really weird videos. I shit you not, watch the videos she did. It was acting. It was such bad acting. And I don't think it has anything to do with Israel, and I think it has everything to do with her as an individual, just not being a very good person. She was a former model, by the way. So, yeah. Anyhow, so it shouldn't have happened. I want to send this out there far and wide to people. Guys like him, people like him, Candace Owens, all these people, you debate them. You debate them, you bring facts to the table, you call them out. You don't kill them. You don't. If you don't like a person, you don't do anything to them other than use your words. All right? That is the best thing you can do, is use your words. Took me a while to learn this shit. You don't need to take action. You don't need to kill somebody. I said kill. Oops. Not good for the algorithm. Don't care. If they can't monetize my videos, I don't really care, because I'm not seeing any of that monetization, so I don't really care. YouTube has gotten so bad about monetizing stuff of yours that gets views, but giving you not a damn dime. So I'm to the point that since I'm not partnered or anything, if I curse and it makes this video to where it can't be monetized, I don't give a shit. All right? I don't give an absolute fuck. But Charlie Kirk didn't need to die. This guy that shot him needed to have intervention, and he didn't get the intervention he needed. You know, and I think if he's going to stand trial eventually. He tried to, apparently he tried to kill himself, and his family talked him out of it. He's going to stand trial. We know he's going to stand trial. We're going to see what he has to say when he's standing trial. And I think that's going to open up people's eyes. As for you asshole fickle fucks who go on and on about how we need to have a civil war, you're looking for an excuse to kill people you disagree with. All right? You wanted to use this one guy who went off his rocker and went and did this horrible thing as an excuse for you to be horrible. What the fuck? What is the absolute fuck? You are not right. A lot of you fuckers that are on the far right are not right. You're not right in the head. You ain't right. You got mental problems, all right? You're fickle. The fact that you think you need to go killing people off that you disagree with, you want to have a war with them. You know damn well none of them do this shit. And the only reason this one guy did what he did is because he was raised in a conservative family, gun-toting conservative family. That's why this ended up happening the way it did. I am so sick of this bullshit. I'm so sick of it. All right? Yes, Charlie Kirk was an a-hole. Didn't need to die for being an a-hole. He needed to be called out at every turn. He needed to be debated at every turn. He did not need to be offed. That was wrong. That is still wrong, and I hold to that. I hold to that, and I think that should be the sentiment of most people. People who sit there dancing and celebrating somebody like Kirk getting killed are part of the problem too. This is for people on the left who do that shit. Here in Texas, there was a woman at a college. I don't know which university it was here in Texas, and she was out celebrating it and getting in people's face about it. I think she got expelled, kicked out. Why would you do that? You're not helping anything. You're not helping anybody on the left by acting like a dipshit. Have some reservations about yourself. Reserve yourself. Pull yourself back a bit and don't act like this. Have some humanity. Literally, there are people that are acting like we're at war with each other on both sides. And it's fucking insane to me. Fucking insane. We need to fix this. This needs fixed. I think it'll help once Trump passes on. He will pass away. He'll pass away eventually. He'll get sick and he'll go. He's not a healthy man. He won't be here eventually. He will eventually go. He will eventually go. You know, I don't advocate for anybody to hurt somebody. You know, let them die on their own over time. You know, and then the good Lord will have something to say on judgment. Okay, it is not for us. All right, we have to stop this insanity. This has to stop. You might disagree with somebody, but I feel like it's only people on the left that will say this. They'll be like, I don't agree with you, but I will defend to the death your right to say it, you know? And it seems to be only people on the left who say this. Everybody on the right is like, fuck you, you son of a bitch. I'm going to fucking kill you, you goddamn piece of shit. I want you to fucking die. You horrible piece of shit. Goddamn fucking queers. I'm so sick of your fucking shit. I'm so sick of these types. Fuck off. Fuck the fuck off. And you wonder why the rest of the world makes fun of your kind. You wonder why you get made out to be the villain at every turn. Because there's a lot of people on the right who act like this, and it's always a Southerner. I know there's a lot of good Southerners. There's a guy you should look up called a Blue Dot in Texas. Just look him up. Blue Dot in Texas. You know, so there are liberal, you know, Southerners. I'm not saying there's not, but it just seems like at every turn when we deal with somebody, you know, who wants to kill people who are gay or trans or anything like that, it's always, you son of a bitch, you fucking. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Holy shit! I gotta clip that out. I gotta clip that out. I'm gonna clip. Fuck! I ruined this whole fucking video with that. That's going too far. Like, I can't say that. But holy shit! Now I have to edit the video. I don't want to edit the video, but I have to edit that out. Holy shit! I have to edit out that part. Yeah. But you know, you F word. You know, the FA word ends with T. Yeah. They'll say this crap. I'm sick of it. Live and let live. All right? If you're not gay, great. Good for you. Quit persecuting people who are different. The Lord teaches to love. All right? And you're not loving. You are hating and judging. That is not for you to fucking do. You're not a real Christian. You're a Christian nationalist, not a Christian. All right? You're not really a Christian. You're a horrible human being, and you should be ashamed. That's all I got to say. I'm tired of this. It's so insane. Fuck these people. Fuck them.